Hello and welcome to this presentation. My name is Erwin Zetz. I'm an IT professional. I'm based in Munich, Germany. I have more than 20 years of experience in IT, and I give you a presentation about backup and how it could help you to survive after a computer disaster. We all work with data every day. Actually, if you think about yourself, you have a laptop, you might have some desktop computers, and data resides everywhere, even on your BlackBerry and on iPhones and PDAs and other mobile devices like car navigation systems or MP3 players or whatever. And we expect data availability around the clock, and many of us could not even survive in the business if we won't have access to those electronic data, because we use it for emails and customer contacts, presentations, project plans, accounting data, and many more. It also impacts our private life as well, because we use emails every day, we store videos and a lot of music files that we download maybe from iTunes to our computers, and even financial information may reside on our private computers, and we expect this data to be available. Here you can see the two common reasons for data loss. It's hardware problems like hard disk crash, and is user failure. And hard disks can crash, and from our experience they really do, but also other risks are there, and the next slide will show you where they lie. And for example, you can have fire, and the server on the picture, well, doesn't look so good, but also computer viruses and floods, earthquakes, or whatever can harm your data. And there's also one risk which happens very often, that's theft. And I have here some real examples of data loss. There was a marketing manager, she had a hard disk crash in 2006, and there was no backup, although she had a USB drive, but she never made a backup, and it was very expensive to retrieve the data. And the sales manager, he had a theft at the airport, and he almost lost all his data. And another example was a salesperson. He made a backup to USB. He was very happy to have the backup, but he accidentally kept the USB drive next to his laptop, and it was stolen during a break-in while he was on vacation, and he lost all his data. Yeah, and also some customers as well. So that's why backup is so important, and it should really be a daily routine. And larger business, they do have backup strategies, but you know, smaller business and home users very often have really no backup plan. They don't use external storage for the backup media, or they don't use online backups. How can you protect your data, and what can you do to better protect your data? Well, first of all, develop a backup plan. Define what needs to be backed up, and do backups at least once a week, and store it safely and document it, and also run some restore tests from time to time. Since backup media handling can be a hassle, I recommend online backup. Online backup is a safe place for your data. It's in the meantime very easy to use and also affordable, and there's no need to bring tapes or other backup media to another place, and you can restore data at any time you want. Here's an example of how it looks like. You have on the right hand side, you have your server side. Here's a backup server with replication for more security, and on the left hand side there can be different computers, laptops, file servers, Apple, Mac, desktops, etc., and they are backed up using a client software. This client software is highly configurable, and you can automate backups. That's a nice thing. And for example, if you automate it to run every day at 8 o'clock, it will automatically only transfer the changed parts of the file, and that can be very quick, and everything is encrypted, and there's also a restore function so that you can restore files yourself. If you have a large backup or large files to upload for the first time, you can use a seed load utility. That means the backup will run onto a USB drive, and then you send it to the data center, it's loaded there, and from there you start your daily backup routines. How safe is it? Well, online backup is very safe. It's safer than storing data on your laptop or on a USB drive at home. and as long as it's encrypted, and you are the person who defines the encryption key, and only you should possess it. So that's the important thing. Don't give it away. Can others read my data? No, only you can read the data. And you have to realize that not even the backup provider can read the data, because the data is already encrypted on your system before it gets transferred to the backup server on the internet. So it's highly recommended to never lose your key. How long does it take to back up my data? Well, usually an initial load can take a while and depends on the amount of data and the bandwidth availability. Here's an example. 1 megabit upload speed would give you a 420 megabyte upload per hour. Otherwise, you use the seed load utility via USB. Is it expensive? Well, for home users, there's free space available from several providers. On the internet, for €5, you get unlimited space. Business users, they pay a little bit more, around €10 for 5 gig, which is a lot space, and some initial fee for setup and a seed load. What's the conclusion? Well, backup and external storage is really a must, but often people don't do it, you know. And an online backup solution is much easier, and it will help you to survive in the case of a computer disaster. Well, I will tell you, it can really be a data lifesaver. So this is the end of the presentation, and I would like to thank you for your attention. And if you have any questions about online backup, please don't hesitate to contact me by email, for example, or you can give me a ring if you want. I would be happy to answer your questions. Thanks again, and bye-bye.